Good morning, Alan Class fans. Good morning, Creepy Worlds fans. Good morning, Fantastic Four fans. And if you've put those three together, you know that today's showing is going to be the early issues of Creepy Worlds that show the Fantastic Four run. This video might be a little bit longer than normal. I tried to keep them to about 10 minutes, but I've got about 7 books to show you, so it might be a little bit longer. And of course, it's the Fantastic Four. Now, these books, quite hard to find. I'm especially making this video today, obviously for everybody who's watching the channel, but for Michael Conroy, who is the chap I bought these from and is a subscriber to the channel and watches every video that I do. So hi Mike, this is for you basically. They're all pretty much hard to find. Mike is a terrific guy, and allowed me to buy these over time, and I asked as many questions as I wanted to, and he answered every single one in a very, very timely, quick manner. So thanks for bearing with me, Michael. Thanks very much. So yeah, pretty hard to find. I was lucky to find most of the Fantastic Four run from Michael in one batch, and I have done Michael's video as such back in July 2020, but at that time I didn't have every single appearance of the Fantastic Four on the cover that I wanted, so today is also for that, to make it a complete Fantastic Four showing. So lots of verbiage today, I'm afraid, lots of it. So kicking off is the Holy Grail, I guess, of the Fantastic Four Creepy Worlds run. What should be the Fantastic Four run of Creepy Worlds? That's more like it, isn't it? There we go. Oh, very sunny out here today, so a bit of glare off the mylar. That's probably the best angle I can show you. There we go. Creepy Worlds number 32, isn't it? Yes. A little bit of writing at the top, but hey, I'll take it. No problem. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty hard to find that FF1 in the Alan Class series of comic books. Sorry, I still look at it, I still, no pun intended, I still marvel over what I'm looking at here. So yeah, it's a tough book to find, and when you do find it, it is high wallet value. So again, you know, I thank Michael for allowing me to even purchase these books at the price that he put them out at the time. I mean, now they've just risen stupendously, just ridiculously. But that's the nature of comic books of this age and key issues like this one. And to be fair, I'm not a key collector. I don't specifically hone in on a particular book and say, oh, that's a key, I gotta get that one. No, that's not how I work. I tend to collect, as I'm sure longer viewers of the channel know, I collect entire runs. So with me collecting Alan Class, and I want the lot, including Creepy Worlds, so yeah, I had to get every Creepy Worlds issue. So tip from the top, go for the hardest ones to find first. Because as time goes by, if you do that, then it's going to be easier on the wallet. That's a bit of, take that how you want to, you know, you get what you can afford obviously. But if you can manage to find some funds, go for the most expensive ones first. Little bit of a tip for you there. So yeah, that is Creepy Worlds number 32, followed by Creepy Worlds number 33. Gorgeous cover. Mylar accepted, it still retains its glossy veneer, its glossy luster. Beautiful. So occasionally these single issues pop up now and again, but you don't often see Creepy Worlds 33. You don't often see that one. Beautiful. I'm at a weird angle today. I can't go where I normally go because the sunlight's really bleeding in through the window. I'm left with like white bars going across everywhere, and it's really hard to see. So I'm tucked away in the corner, right by the fire, which definitely doesn't need to be on today. Scrolls from Outer Space. Yeah. Right at the very beginning of as Marvel started to take over the comic world, right at the start there. Atlas was gone, a little bit of a name and brand change. In come the superheroes. Out go the science fiction and the monsters. As you know, as trends, as things do move on. And in come the superheroes. Kind of loosely based Fantastic Four, speaking on Kirby's creation, Challenges of the Unknown. For Charlton, Steve might put me right on that one. I think it's for Charlton. I could be wrong, honestly. My history of Charlton comics isn't that extensive. But yeah, beautiful. Moving on to the next issue, which is Creepy Worlds 34. I was quite surprised now Alan Class kept these as a run, rather than just put one cover out, one issue, and then 4 years down the line put out another cover. He actually released this month by month, which is kind of really nice. Nice thing for him to do. Now that was Submariner. Submariner. Same guy, just different location. Different stretch of the ocean. Great, and I've always really liked the way the Thing, good old Ben Grimm, was like the rocky, clayey type, muddy type looking Thing. I mean, obviously the way he looks now is iconic, but I really do like the early representation of Ben Grimm there, the Thing. Superb. Great looking book again. Thank you, Michael. And I must admit, I think this run of Fantastic Four is amongst my favourites in the Alan Class catalogue. Just superb. Just think how wonderful it would be, me as a first and foremost Captain America fan, if Alan Class did like 5 or 6 covers of the early Captain America, like from issue 100 to say, 108. In, I don't know, Amazing Stories of Suspense or Uncanny Tales. Can you imagine that? Amazing. I wish Alan Class would have done that, but hey. Moving on, Creepy Worlds number 35. Again, a really beautiful cover. Look at that. Superb. Fantastic Four's bathtub car. Flying bathtub. In this great collector's item issue, you will see for the first time the amazing Fantastic-Car, the colourful new Fantastic Four costumes and other startling surprises. Also learn the secret of the Fantastic Four's skyscraper hideout. And I think it's in this issue. They did like a cutaway of the entire building, showing what rooms were designated to do what particular thing. Gymnasium, Reed's secret lab, stuff like that. Beautiful. I mean, can you imagine what it was like for a kid growing up in America in the early 60s and they saw this on the rack? Mind would be blown. If it was my mind, it would be especially blown. But can you imagine the thrill of collecting these things? The original Fantastic Four issues. Wow. Fantastic. Speechless. One more look at that fantastic cover. Literally fantastic cover. Beautiful. Now, number 36. Michael didn't have that, and I eventually found it from another good friend of mine, Rob Fordham, who may be watching this channel. It's the only one of my Creepy Worlds FFs that are actually slabbed. So it is restored, but only because it's got a very small amount of colour touch on the cover, which beats me. I can't see it. It's that well done. This is a CGC restored grade number 4. It does say slight colour touch at the top. So once again, Rob, thanks very much for this. And we kept on joking back and forth because he knew at the time this was the only one that I really needed, and he was the only guy who had it. So yeah, good times with Rob Fordham, who incidentally is one of the moderators on the foreign comic collecting Facebook group that I admin. You know, if you like this sort of stuff, and you must be because you're watching this, then come and join us. Good old Doctor Doom there. Beautiful. And would I crack this out? No, because I've got this issue to read. Not as a Creepy Worlds issue, but I've got the actual guts to read. In Marvel Omnibus is Marvel Masterworks, so and trade paperback. So no. So have I got another CGC slab of this? No, I haven't. So yeah, you can't read. Oh, I'm getting onto it now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So moving on very, very swiftly even. This is another one in the batch that Michael sent me. Creepy Worlds 37. Yeah, seriously, don't get me started about slabbing and reading comic books in the raw. You know, don't do it. Just don't do it. I'll get up on my pedestal and I will preach, brothers and sisters. Superb. Creepy Worlds, number 37. Which is kind of out really. I mean, I could have thought about this a little bit more, because today is really it's the eve of Hallows Eve. It's Halloween tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 30th of October 2021. So possibly should have done a Creepy Worlds with witches and whatnot and weird stuff happening for today's episode, but nah, these were at hand, so I thought this'll do for today's episode. Moving on, this is the final one of Michael's run that I bought from him. This is Creepy Worlds number 38 with the Puppet Master. Just gonna have a very quick sip of my coffee. I've got the old dry throat syndrome, too much gabbing, too much talking. Lovely. Superb. Probably the most overused word in my language. Superb. But it basically encompasses everything that I feel about what I'm showing at the time. Prisoner of the Puppet Master. And at some point, decades ago, some little boy or girl decided to have a little game of noughts and crosses. Personally, I'm generally the kind of guy who, if I receive a book with markings like that, that's great. You know, it shows that the book was loved, was read and loved, and I wouldn't go to extremes to try and remove the biro marks. I wouldn't do that. I think the only things I do is restoration, which isn't really classed as restoration anymore, as I might try and get the book pressed or cleaned to get decades old dirt off the book, just to give it a more cleaner appearance. But you know, human-made marks are not marks made by time. Leave them on. Don't try and disguise the fact that they've been loved. So, number 38, and I'm coming to the last showing of today, and at the time of getting Michael's books, I didn't realise the next issue was even done. I had it pointed out to me and I thought, oh man, I thought I was done with getting the Fantastic Four run. But no, excuse me. Oh, itchy nose, excuse me. Yeah, several years after publishing those books, Alan Class brought out this one, Creepy Worlds number 130. So I dashed to my comic shop and they had one copy in stock. It was like, bing, buy. So, you know, you go to the obvious places first, don't you? But yeah, great copy. Wasn't too expensive, as I remember. They've classified this as a Fine Plus 6.5. I can't really argue with that. It's a nice tight spine on it. Beautiful luster, no colour breaking bends, creases or anything like that, so that's lovely. It's amazing that you know, Creepy Worlds actually made it to America. So, boys and girls, this is my last showing of today's episode. That was the entire Fantastic Four cover showing of Creepy Worlds by Alan Class. Hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. It's great to revisit these books again. And bearing in mind where we are as I'm recording this, it's Hallows Eve, October 31st. Tomorrow's Halloween, so have a great Halloween or whatever you call it across the pond. I tend to forget. Have a spooktacular time, if you want to. If not, just do what I'm going to do and just sit in with a glass of something rather nice. So yeah, have a great time, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a great week ahead. And I shall see you next week for some more Alan Class Archives. Bye for now.